90 days ago I did a full audit of my finances using a method I dismissed for years. I thought I had my spending under control. I was wrong. Zero-based budgeting showed me I had $800 a month flowing out the door in categories I couldn't have named without looking. I'm going to show you the method, what I found, and the exact 3 categories most people don't budget for. Welcome back. This is a practical how-to video. I'm walking you through zero-based budgeting from first principles, showing you how I set mine up, and flagging the 3 hidden category traps that trip up almost every first-time budgeter. You don't need any special app to do this. A spreadsheet works. But I'll tell you which app one use and why by the end. Zero-based budgeting is a method where you allocate every dollar of income to a specific category before the month begins until you reach zero. Income minus expenses equals 0. That doesn't mean you spend everything. It means every dollar is assigned. Some go to groceries, some to rent, some to savings, some to investing, some to your emergency fund. All the way to 0. No dollar is unaccounted for. This is different from the 50/30/20 rule, which tells you broad percentages: 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% savings. That rule is fine as a starting point, but it doesn't tell you that your needs include a $130 per month gym membership you visited twice this year, or that your wants are consuming 41% of income, not 30%. The original zero-based budgeting method comes from personal finance, not corporate accounting. Dave Ramsey popularized it. In AB, You Need a Budget built a software product around it. The core discipline is the same: every dollar gets a job before you spend it, not after. Why does it work better than tracking spending after the fact? Because you're making decisions in advance, when you're calm and rational, rather than retroactively explaining choices you made impulsively. The decision of how much do I spend on dining out this month is much better made on the 1st of the month than on the 28th when you realize you've already spent $400. Here's the exact process I followed. Step 1: Income. Write down your take-home income for the month. Not gross, not what you think you earn, take-home cash after taxes and deductions. If your income is variable, use the lowest month from the past 12 months as your baseline. Step 2: Fixed expenses. List every expense that is the same amount every month and non-negotiable: rent or mortgage, car payment, insurance, subscriptions you've committed to, minimum debt payments. These come first. They don't change. Step 3: Variable expenses. Now list the categories where spending fluctuates: groceries, gas, dining out, clothing, entertainment, personal care. Assign a realistic dollar limit to each. Not aspirational, realistic. Pull your last 3 months of bank and credit card statements and average what you actually spent in each category. Step 4: Savings and investing allocations. These are expenses too. Assign a dollar amount to your emergency fund contribution, retirement account contribution, and any taxable investment account. These come before discretionary spending. Step 5: Add everything up. If the total exceeds your income, cut something in the variable or discretionary categories until you reach exactly 0. If it's less than income, assign the surplus to a specific goal: vacation fund, home down payment, extra debt payment, until you reach 0 again. When I ran through this for the first time, my total exceeded my income by $820 before I'd accounted for any discretionary spending. I had expenses I'd never mentally cataloged as expenses. Here are the 3 categories that blew my budget wide open. Hidden category 1: Subscriptions. Most people know about Netflix. But I found 14 active subscriptions when I ran the audit: streaming services, software tools, cloud storage, a news site, a podcast app, 2 fitness apps, an old freelancer tool I stopped using 8 months ago. Total, $210 per month. I cut it to $67 by canceling 7 services I hadn't used in the previous 30 days. Savings, $143. How to find yours: pull your last 3 months of bank and card statements, search for every charge under $30. They hide in that range because they feel invisible. Hidden category 2: Irregular expenses, car registration, annual insurance renewal, Christmas gifts. These happen once or twice a year, so they're not in the monthly budget, but when they hit, they blow a hole in everything. The fix is to divide annual expenses by 12 and assign that amount to a sinking fund every month. Car registration costs $180 per year. Put $15 per month in a car registration category. When the bill comes, the money is already sitting there. I found $4,800 in annual irregular expenses I wasn't accounting for, monthly $400 per month I wasn't setting aside. That's the category most people have never built into a budget. Hidden category 3, lifestyle creeper. This is the sneakiest one because it happens slowly. Every raise, every bonus, every improved financial situation is quietly absorbed by spending increases. I tracked my average monthly spend on food, groceries plus dining, from 18 months ago versus today. It had risen $270 per month with no conscious decision to spend more. Just gradual upward drift. The fix: every time your income goes up, keep your spending flat for at least 3 months and route the increase to savings. Intentional allocation before lifestyle inflation can claim it. I ran my zero-based budget in a Google Sheets spreadsheet for the first 2 months. It works. The discipline of manually entering every transaction forces you to confront each spending decision. The problem is friction. After a few months, the manual entry feels like a chore and the habit erodes. I switched to INAB. You need a budget after month 2. INAB is built specifically for zero-based budgeting. You assign dollars to categories before spending. It syncs with your bank accounts to automatically import transactions. When you buy something, you assign it to a category, and INAB shows you the category balance in real time. You always know how much grocery budget is left. The cost is $99 per year. In month 1 alone, I saved $800 by finding the hidden categories. The ROI is obvious. They offer a 34-day free trial. Link is in the description. The alternative for people who won't pay for software: a paper envelope system. One physical envelope per category, labeled with the budget amount, filled with cash at the start of the month. When the envelope is empty, spending in that category stops. It's analog, it's impractical for digital payments, but for the person who can't stick to a digital system, the physical constraint works. The most common objection I hear: I have variable income, this will work for me. Here's how to adapt. Month 1, use the lowest paycheck amount you received in the past 12 months as your income for budgeting purposes. Assign every dollar of that conservative figure. If income comes in higher than expected, put the extra in a buffer category first. Use it to fund next month's budget if needed, or route it to debt payoff or investing once you're consistently above your baseline. This is called living on last month's income. It's an advanced version of zero-based budgeting where you use the previous month's income to fund the current month. It removes all the anxiety about variable income entirely, but it requires a 1-month income buffer to start. Zero-based budgeting found me $800 a month I didn't know I was losing. Most of that was subscriptions I forgot about and irregular expenses I wasn't planning for. Those 2 categories alone are likely hiding money in your budget right now. INAB link is in the description. 34-day free trial. The Google Sheets template I built for my first 2 months is also linked, completely free. Start with the spreadsheet if you want to try before committing to paid software. Subscribe for 2 videos a day on real finance strategies. And comment, what's your worst hidden expense category? I genuinely like to know what surprised you most.